There you is.
Me is here.
There you is.
Me is here. I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Well, okay then. Why are you wearing a t-shirt?
Because that's the clothing they gave me. Look at me.
Right on. For some reason, I'm getting my audio from Twitch.
Because that's the clothing they gave me. Look at me.
Okay, there we go. Much more better. Okay, who is they? Like just the gods of Lotro?
The quest givers?
They just that's your latest thing?
Yeah, that's the shirt they gave me.
Hey, Dill. Sorry about not being here last week without any sort of notice. We just it had just been one heck of a week. So I have 2 maps to Hobnanigans.
One of these days, you might have to go there.
I thought we'd already been there.
We've never done Hobnanigans.
Okay then. Good morning. We're doing all right, Dill. Like I said, last week was just kind of a killer one, but we wanted to get on and do at least a little bit of streaming before we had we had a church thing later today, so to make up for that.
Where are you?
I'm loading. For whatever reason, it's taking a long time to load.
That happens sometimes.
There we go.
Oh, apparently if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get Elder Scrolls 4 for free.
Oblivion?
Yeah.
But I already have Oblivion.
But I'm just looking at all the notifications while I wait for you to load.
Okay then. Apparently, I still managed to get this week's gold present. So
you did redeem before the reset.
yeah, I
Nice.
still have yet to figure out what day the actual reset on that is, but I'm good. I played a lot of Oblivion back in the day, Dill. I'm good. Although my wife has been. Well, haven't you been replaying that, or have you just been watching videos?
Oblivion I mostly watch. Like I've played through it once pretty thoroughly. Skyrim's the one I replay most often.
Okay, I thought for some reason that you'd been replaying Oblivion lately, but I guess not.
I'm waiting for Skyblivion to come out.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
I mean, like you know, that is probably the next rendition of it.
Will you aid us?
Oh yeah, you're moving today, aren't you, Fable? Moving into that house you got.
I hope we will find aid in time.
Oh, you've not been reading the quests?
Cause these aren't epic quests. Should I be reading them?
Well, I mean, that hasn't really stopped you for a while. It just occurred to me.
Oh, I'm still kind of waking up. Where did you go?
I'm communing with a horse.
I don't even know what that means.
Means you gotta come find me.
Hail there. Have you any skill with horses? I'm a bit ashamed to admit this, but I'm having trouble with one of the horses in my stable. This particular steed raced riderless into town no more than a day ago. Perhaps he was abandoned and was fleeing from the orc raiders. I've taken him into my stable and have orders to prepare all these steeds for the Elthengels guards, but this new horse is simply too unruly. Perhaps if you were to take a ride with him and see where he may take you, it could be just what he needs to relax and to become more amenable to our handling. Oh yeah, my sister offered to help, really? I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Okay, so where are we riding this thing to? Just out in a boot?
Boot in a boot.
Oh, wait, no, she volunteered me. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, I'm not Yeah, I love you and all, but I'm not driving 2 hours to help you move. I'm sorry.
Though we did get our car back.
We did get our car back yesterday. This is true. No, she can go. She can drive that far to help you move.
Did you find the owner?
You uncover what can only be the steed's owner. Upon this discovery, the steed seems at ease.
Horse.
Yep.
It almost kind of looks like a stormy day.
It does a little bit. Yep, Big Red is back. We finally, after over a month of sitting at the mechanic, we dealt with insurance. Finally back. Bless you, hon. The steed led you to a body. I imagine that it was the horse's previous rider. I will ask one of the guards to retrieve the poor fellow so we can honor his remains. This seems to have calmed the steed quite thoroughly. He was trying to let us know about his owner, and we mistook it for unruly behavior. I will make certain such a loyal steed goes to a most worthy new rider. Thank you for your help. Cool. How do I dismount?
You don't. You gotta ride that horse forever now.
I would hope not. Where'd you go?
I'm by the gate.
Oh. I came up here to go grab a different quest. But I'm not sure that they're in here. I thought there was a quest in here. But I guess not.
Where are you?
I don't know. How do I ever know these things?
It's today hide and seek in Elthengels.
Elthengels refugee. I've lost my home and my land, and my family is all that matters to me now. Each day here I have worked various odd jobs just to earn enough coin and keep my children sheltered and fed. Time is scarce for training and the like, yet I believe if the militia were to provide my family with an allotment of food each day, then I might use the time given to learn the skills to protect them. You tell this garrison commander that I accept the offer so long as my children remain eating.
Yeah, look at these little kids.
Nah, they can earn their keep. Child labor.
What about these chickens?
Chicken labor.
Ooh, chicken labor.
You see, you say that, and yet moving is still kind of more of an all-day affair. Although, actually, if you haven't accumulated much since the studio, that you're... Yeah, it probably won't take you very long. Okay, now where... Okay, I see a ring on the screen. Never did I wish to become a soldier and march off towards war, but it would appear that a war for us is inevitable. Once again, the orcs will be crashing at our door, and we will be forced to defend ourselves, ready or not. When the day comes, I would prefer to stand bravely with a weapon raised against my foes, and I will encourage others to do the same. The militia may consider me grateful for their training.
What a nice guy.
He seems very conceited of himself. There's thing over here. Oh.
Our mission is
You have found candidates worthy of training. This is excellent news, but we must act quickly. A true militia needs more than just able bodies. It needs weapons, training, equipment, food, and other provisions. I will provide the equipment and the training. Would you be willing to find some rations to keep us supplied for a while longer? There are some recently abandoned homes north of town. Check there for any provisions worth securing. Yeah, those were a lot of chickens.
That's a vine.
Oh, really?
Look at all those chickens. And the child was like looking at a pile of geese. At least I seem to recall that's the case.
I didn't really do Vine quite as much.
I never installed it, but a lot of them made their way to other social medias.
Oh, Vine. The precursor to TikTok. Are we going to pick up the lamb's ear?
Maybe.
Are you lagging?
A little bit.
So this like violin in the background here,
Hmm.
I heard it and I was just immediately thinking Firefly.
These guys do have a lot of sky.
They do have a lot of sky, but that was just I mean we've been watching that and it just kind of every time I hear a violin after watching that show, especially when it kind of hits that same sort of chord, I think Firefly for a good while afterwards.
Yeah, it does that. Oh, there's a warband near us.
Oh, really? There's two, by the look of it. Aglob. Small fellowship. We can do it.
He's that big troll over there, see him?
Yep.
Let's go get Haglob.
Oh, look, a drifter. Let's kill him. A saying I am fond of repeating.
You actually haven't said it in a while.
Yeah, kind of.
He can't decide who he's got threat on.
I know, that's making this easy. That's making this very easy. He seems to have decided on you, though.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case.
Ow.
He got a good wallop in.
Yeah, he really hurt my horse.
Your health wasn't doing too great either.
Well,
But you are a healer.
I am squishy, though, as you might recall. So, it's not entirely surprising. We defeated Haglob. Yay!
Hooray!
Praise be to Xenu.
Hey, my horse dinged.
Yeah. My horse had a cor- My horse did a horse, of course, of course. All that, and I got 45 marks.
I got a flag for a house. Also, there was this flower over here that we circled.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's where I am.
Yep, I see it. Yeah, that's a good way to think of applying Firefly to this. Gosh, what could have been with that show? Oh, it could have been so good. Oh, this guy's got a ring over his head.
Well, he went down.
He did. Okay, we just need to defeat 6 orcs.
Yeah, so the mounted orcs have a daily repeatable.
Ah. Oh, there's a flower here.
Oh, I must have already gotten all of those.
I must not have. There we go. Okay, now I've gotten all my lambs here. I need one more Clotbur.
Well, there's one right here.
Alright, come on, Ferrari on ice skates. There we go. Yeah, Dill, your description of War Steeds was profoundly accurate. I didn't realize just how accurate it would be until I got one. Oh, there's another mounted one over here. Okay, so we need 3 more mounted.
Yeah, but that's across the whole zone, so I mean, we'll see them. Worry not.
Oh, but I am worried. I always worry.
Now, why would you do that?
Because I can? Wouldn't you?
Nah, not about mounted orc.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
This house had a lot of food.
Yeah, it did.
Look at these buckets of potatoes we're not even bringing with us. Did you just go in? Oh, you went into the stable?
Yeah, and now I can't see a thing.
That's because you're standing on boxes.
I figured that, yes. I also just got an eyelash in my eye.
I locked you in!
Why would you do that?
Because horses go in stables. Alright, now we just need enemies. To give us weapons.
Yep. To curb that insatiable bloodlust for violence.
I found an enemy!
I did too. And I got dismounted.
Well, that's no bueno.
You
But you got him.
prolapse rectum. King Bob, good morning. Thanks for chiming in.
Good morning.
Welcome to the channel.
Well, that looks like a quest just waiting to be given.
What one?
The Helm of the Thane.
Yeah. Doing all right. Just doing a quick early morning stream because we got some church stuff going on. In not terribly long, but we did want to make up for not being here last week. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Did it give you a quest?
No,
Yeah, it should. It says it starts quest, Vestige of the Fallen.
yeah, a player can only have one unique item in their inventory. Oh. Wait, what?
You gotta go into your inventory and use it.
That would explain it. Okay. Something about the helmet bears a certain pendant, and they need to reunite it with the other pieces of their armor. That's what it said. Right?
Yeah, we're finding the other pieces.
You know, it would make more sense to follow you than just kind of go off to the next little, like, fight zone.
You just got the need to kill things.
Oh, right on. I remember Bree. That was... Gosh, Bree was a long time ago.
About a year.
Yeah, because Bree... Okay, so don't trust Gandalf when you get to Bree. That is my biggest piece of advice. Don't trust Gandalf. Alright, later, Timeless. Have fun moving. Gandalf will screw you.
You're never gonna forgive Gandalf.
I'm not. I did not enjoy the long schlep from Rivendell back to Bree. At, 10 to 15 levels under where we, what we should have been for, like, the Troll Shaws.
But it did make for an adventure.
It did. So, he'll shoot you off to Rivendell if you let him. I'm more referencing what kind of happened to us on a stream about a year ago when we shortly after we started playing. We'd used our milestones. He shot us off to Rivendell and was just like, you're 15 levels too low, but we're going to send you there anyway. And then we couldn't access the Stable Master because we were too low. And we ended up having to walk back from Rivendell to Bree through the Troll Shaws and such, and we're like way too low level for it. And so it was, yeah.
It was an adventure.
Adventure is one way to describe it. I got the shield, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, return Pendreds belonging to Thane Mildrith.
I think it's part of a quest line that if you want to instead do like Erebor stuff in the Lonely Mountain, I'm not positive because it was a long time ago. The quest would work for that level. It's just, and most people would probably have their milestone available to them when they get sent there. But we just didn't.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to wait an hour.
Yeah, we had just barely used it. Speaking of milestones, should we bind ours here?
Mine's already bound here. Yours might be as well.
It probably is.
This town has too many stairs for me. We want to war steed around in it.
Understandable. I'm right there with you. These pieces of steel are still in fine condition. May they serve their new owners better than their last. To think the orcs would claim these as trophies from the dead angers me. These weapons belong in the hands of our people. Thank you for helping me put them there. Thanks to you, I will have orders ready soon. Hey, I treed.
Yay!
I wasn't even paying attention to where I was at XP-wise.
What business have you with the
These provisions will help keep food and supplies available for the newly enlisted and their families for some time. We may yet see the people of Norcrofts defend Elthengels in the place of Theoden's riders. Thank you, Vontu. I am in your debt. Where'd you
Into
go?
the herbalist house.
I do not have an answer for that question, King Bob. I don't spend a whole ton of time in the LOTRO store. You've done well. These plants will work perfectly. I am ashamed for not having saved the noble Pendulph, but with a full set of reagents, can't talk today. I vow not to fail Thane Mildred again. I owe you much thanks. Yes, yes, you do, and don't you ever forget that you don't.
It might have been on sale. They run weekly sales, and it might just no longer be on sale, but I'm not positive.
I must commend you for helping me and my people. It is said that in the most trying of times, the true worth of a person's character can be seen, and I have seen a great deal of good in these men. I am still learning how to best serve Elthengels as Thane. I cannot be the strong warrior that my husband was, nor can I be the fearless vindicator that my dear son Pendulph was. But you have shown me that I have the ability to garner support and to rally the people of this village. This is the most generous gift you have given me.
Can you help me with it?
You have done much for those who will stay and defend Elthengels. Will you offer the same aid to those who wish to flee? Do not misjudge them for their desire to escape. I lost both husband and son when they sought to protect our home, but they knew the risks of their actions. I would not force a similar fate upon those not willing to take such a risk. Reeve Athelwald has abandoned us. The people of Elthengels are resolved to repel the invaders through their own determination and strength. I ask that you leave us to this task with a final request before your departure. Runold and his family plan to set for Edoras. Runold was once an advisor to my husband and a great benefactor to the people of Elthengels, but the growing danger here has encouraged him to depart to protect his family. Search for him near the southern gate of the town and aid him with his preparation. Can do.
You have done well.
You have something for me. Yes, I recognize these. They belong to my husband. The sword was passed down to Pendred from his father. I weep at the thought that he will never be able to pass it on to his own son. I miss both Pendred and Pendulph dearly. Thank you for bringing these to me. I will put them on display in my hall to preserve their memory for the people of Elthengels. Oh, my horse did a horse, of course, of course. Oh, I have 10 points available.
Oh, for your horse?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll spend them later. I also have a point available for my
For
town.
you.
Yeah, I'm not sure where. Oh. Well, Fulgurite Runestone, statically charged, needs another point, so.
That's a good view coming out of this town.
It is a pretty view.
What brings you to these
Greetings, Runekeeper. Time is short for my departure. Will you lend me your aid? My family has sought to leave Elthengels for quite some time, yet I leave behind a fine home that should not be put to disuse. Would you speak with wise Haraloff in town and inform him that he may use the building as he sees fit until my kin are one day able to return? I mean, this seems like something you could have said before.
Nah, they gotta give us something to do. We are vengeful gods with boundless energy. They need to just distract us.
will you aid
A message from Runold, I understand. I will see his dwelling put to good use. Many refugees have come into Elthengels, their homes and farms being burned and occupied by orcs and uruks. I will find some trustworthy folk to inhabit and care for the home of Runold until Runold may return. His home will be in good hands. That's what they all say.
He's gonna list it out on Airbnb.
That's just what they want us to do. That's what they'll be expecting us to do.
Our mission is dire.
Well done. Herlioff is a good man, and I trust he will find a good caretaker for the house. My wife, Cadstair, has a favor to ask. Would you please speak with her?
Our mission is dire.
Farewells are such difficult things. I cannot bear to speak with my friends and neighbors for a final time. The sorrow is much too great. I wish to give a gift to my dearest friend, Frithniid? She's always admired my golden necklace, and I wish for her to have it. Would you please tell Frithniid that I have placed the necklace under the small stone in her yard. I hope she understands why I cannot tell her myself. It is simply too difficult. Again, this seems like something you should just manned up and done, but whatever.
I mean, at least she's giving us a reason why she can't do it, as opposed to her husband's just like, hey, go over there.
I'm lazy, yeah.
Our mission is
A fine day to you. Dear Cadster sent you? Aye, I knew she was leaving, and I understand her difficulty with saying farewell. My thoughts will be with her on her journey. You inform Frithniid of the hidden gift that has been left to her by Cadster. I cannot believe that she would leave me such a beloved and beautiful gift. I will be sure to think of her whenever I look upon it. Please give her my best wishes. Gosh, I gotta stop yawning.
what business
Yeah,
have
you
with the
do.
Rohirrim?
Oh, it makes me feel so much better to hear that Frithniid enjoyed my gift. It still saddens me to say farewell to my old home and friends, but I can keep them in my mind, and they shall seem less far away. We must see to our final preparations here, but my son, Mudsuno, has asked to speak with you. What kind of a name is that?
My parents say that strangers might be dangerous.
I mean, honestly, not that weird by weird naming standards of today.
That's true, I guess. By the way, totally random thing, but we probably need to get the gold refill on my ring, on my wedding band, because it's completely gone at this point. You can't even see it. Okay, hello there. My name is Matsuno. Mother and father tell me that I must say farewell to Elthengels and all my friends. I have never been so sad. I hope that Edoras is as splendid as all the stories that I have heard, but I well miss my friends. Mother says there is no room in our wagon for my toys. You should tell Barsine to take care of my doll, Captain Pindle. Captain Pindle will get very lonely if no one plays with him, and Barsine will be a good friend. I mean, it's a doll. It's not Toy Story, but okay.
Every kid thinks their toy is alive.
I don't want to play with you anymore. As the jailer drops Bane. A pleasure to meet you, Vontu. A doll? I fail to understand. You seem rather big to play with dolls. Oh, you mean Captain Pindle? That is Mutsunu's doll. I will take care of the captain for him. Tell Mutsunu to visit when he becomes older, and I will tell him all about my adventures with Captain Pindle. Boy playing with dolls. Thank you for helping us ready our final measures before leaving. Elthengels has been a fine home, but I will feel much safer once we reach the gates of the King City. We will begin our journey west momentarily.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
We are at last ready to begin the dangerous march to Edoras. We've been warned that the first step of our journey may be the most dangerous to take, as those heading south from town have frequently been ambushed and assaulted by orcs. You have been a welcome friend to us, Vontu. Might I make one final request? Safeguard us on this first leg of our journey so that we may reach our destination without incident. Why can I not stop yawning?
Because you have the sleepies.
It seemed that way. Okay, travel now. Here we go.
Having loaded their wagon and bid their friends goodbye, Runald's family departs from Elthengels.
Stay close, Vontu. The orcs can come upon us at any moment. We must stay upon the road and seek protection at the trader's outpost to the west. Should we swap to war horses?
I'm at least going to start walking,
Stay close. My wife and son will remain hidden from sight until we reach the outpost.
considering that I walk backwards faster than this horse.
On your guard. Here they come. We must press onward. It will not be long before we reach the outpost. Oh, I have a feeling it's going to be quite long. Just a hunch.
It's going to be a long night.
Yep. Look out! More have returned. Let us move on before more of them return. We have not gone to Bree this stream.
Nope. That's okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I did think I saw that with some of the updates that are coming, they're going to make that gift 2 weeks of a buff instead of 2 days.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Would we hold on to the bank thing as well? For 2 weeks?
I'm not positive, but and like I don't know if this is for sure, but that's just what I've heard.
That would be fantabulous.
I'm trying to ride the carriage, but it's completely clip-proof or clippable.
No, you clip right through it, I think is what you're trying to say.
Thank you.
It's still kind of early. We're normally still kind of waking up at this point and getting ready to stream.
We killed it.
Is there a session tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was still a thing. Or if that had been done away with as well.
I mean, at least I'm pretty sure.
We've made it, Vontu. The trader's outpost is just ahead. Not if I set it on fire first.
But it's a trader's outpost of good guys.
But, yeah, but fire.
Well, go use your rock hands.
We've arrived. You would not have survived the journey without your aid, Vontu. We owe you much. I must purchase some supplies for my family, and then we will depart the camp at once. We should find safety as we head south into Elfheim's lands and beyond to Edoras, or Elfhelm's lands. Farewell, and may fortune find you, friend. May we meet again someday, Vontu. Feel free to introduce yourself to the traders and thank them for their service. They have remained to provide aid when our king and Reeve have turned away from us. Ah, so that was their quest to get us out here.
Yep.
If you plan on traveling alone, you'd better stock up on supplies.
What business have
There's
you
no need to thank us. It is our pleasure to help those in need. If we cannot depend upon each other for aid, we may as well let the orcs take us and be finished with it. I see that you too understand this. Take this for your trouble. I believe that good deeds are deserving of merit. Sure. Oh wow, that's actually a pretty good upgrade for my pocket.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Welcome to our waypost. Our place here has been is a beneficial one for all. We help those on the road fleeing to Snowborn and Edoras by providing them with the needed goods. In exchange, we receive enough coin to pay hired guards to keep our gathering safe, and on occasion to help us move out of the path of the larger orc forces as they pass through. Yet, some here have begun to take advantage of these dangerous times and the desperation of some travelers by unjustly raising the costs on their wares. Would you discuss this with the other merchants, convince them to be fair about the prices of their goods? After all, both merchant and traveler bow to the same king.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Offrith believes we should not raise the prices of our goods. On what merit? Do I not deserve more coin for providing this service when I must risk my life to do so? Well, perhaps Offrith is right. Our honor to each other is more important than a few petty coins. I've never known Offrith to be wrong about such matters, so I will agree to keep my prices fair. You do realize there's an orc, like, right here, buddy. Like, I walked 3 feet away from you and he was within targeting range. Probably not the best spot to just be lounging about. You did well to make it to our encampment alive. The roads grow more dangerous with each passing day, and Theoden King's response is to send fewer riders to protect them. It is of no surprise that fewer travelers have been attempting to reach our camp, and those who have dared it have been frequently ambushed by orcs along the road to the east. If you might deal with these treacherous ambushers, we would all be in your debt. Offrith noticed that I raised some prices. Sharp as a knife he is. I assure you it was not out of greed, but out of necessity. You have seen the guards patrolling here. They know that they are paid well for protecting us, but as times grow more perilous, we will need more coin to convince them to remain with us. I was hoping to be ready for this problem by earning more now, but I will lower my prices again if Offrith believes it is the proper action.
Look at me.
What the frick?
Haha.
It's too early for your black magic shenaniganry. I am aware that my prices are too high, but my hands are tied on this matter. In order to produce these items, I require a supply of wolf hides. With the recent difficulties in trading and traveling, I've been unable to secure the materials with which to work. If you could secure me a supply of pelts from the nearby greyhide wolves, I would gladly lower my prices. Okay.
I got stuff to kill.
We do. I guess the wargs don't count?
For what?
The wolf killing quest? Like, if we kill warg riders? Because I would imagine, logically in my mind, that they would.
We're getting wolves, not wargs. No, they're very different.
They're still four-legged canines. Four-legged evil canine, either way.
No, it's very different.
If you say so. There's a warband not far from us.
This one might be a raid one.
Oh, really? Does that mean you want to try it?
Not particularly.
Ah.
If it's raid difficulty, you want to try it?
No, it says solo.
Oh, is it?
It said solo.
Well, give me a second to get over there. I got some wolves right. I know there's a raid one somewhere.
Oh, I don't doubt it. That just seems like a nightmare to try and coordinate. That many people on war steeds?
Looks like a swirling mess.
Where did you go?
I'm heading towards the warband.
Oh, I was killing wolves.
Oh.
I thought you were following me.
No, I thought we were heading towards the warband.
I mean, we can. I saw these wolves and was like, we should probably take out the wolves. Okay, now let's go for the warband. I'm just gonna follow you though, because I'm not entirely sure where it is.
We can run amongst the wild stallions.
We could, but we won't. This is an intergalactic delivery company, not a high school prom limousine. Ooh, if anyone needs me, I'll be in my angry dome.
You've never wanted to unleash your inner 8-year-old girl?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
A little bit.
No. I have never had a desire to unleash my inner 8-year-old girl.
Oh, I got dismount.
Do you need me to dismount?
No, just you keep fighting.
Too
Keep
late.
me
I
alive
already
if you can.
I already did. Your boss is dead.
They're really dedicated to the job.
Apparently.
Yay, we win!
And my horse did a horse, of course, of course. I really probably need to spend points, but I'm not sure what to spend them on.
Horse stuff.
I have very little idea what I'm doing.
The ones at the top.
Okay.
Max out like your strength and your power and your agility and those things. At least that's what I always do. And your armor and...
I mean, what does strength and agility do for the horse?
If you go to the stats tab,
Yeah?
you can see what your horse's strength and other stats are, and you hover over it, it'll tell you.
Okay, so the strength helps with the in-combat power regen, which for me is going to be absolutely central. Okay, that's 8 hides.
I need 2 more.
Oh, really?
Well, I wasn't around when you were killing several of them.
Oh, that's right. Also, we have to defeat orc ambushers. Ambushers. I cannot talk this morning.
Look at that bear. He's just chilling.
Not for much longer.
You are a long way from the guy who wanted to hug all the bears.
I forgot about that. I forgot about those days. Running up to bears and just wanting to hug them. That didn't work out too well.
No, the bears aren't particularly amenable to hugs. Look, it's a whole bear family.
Not anymore.
You're like the evil version of Goldilocks.
No, entirely. Goldilocks just was a mooch.
Yeah, that's what makes you the evil version.
No, if I were the evil version, I'd just, burn their house down after eating all 3 porridges.
You wouldn't just kill the bears.
I mean, I would eventually. But I'd burn the house down while the bears were in it. And then I'd probably take one hostage and watch as the house... Oh!
This is getting a little dark.
You want me to get darker?
Probably not on stream.
Because I was going to talk about skinning the other bear and using it as a rug.
That's from Shrek.
No, that was my idea.
Farquaad did it 20 years ago.
I'm not copying Shrek.
Farquaad still did that 20 years ago.
He did, and I'd forgotten about that until you pointed it out, but I'm not copying Shrek.
All right. Is that all the ambushers you needed?
Yeah. Eye is good.
Ride like the wind, bullseye.
It's probably a good thing there will never be another Toy Story movie.
You say that now, but we didn't think we were getting a 4th one until they gave us a 4th one.
Yeah, what more story is there to tell?
I don't know.
These pelts will be perfect for my work. Thank you. I shall begin treating them and curing them immediately. With this increased stock of materials to work with, you can assure Offrith that my prices will be much more reasonable. Stop. Callista, stop. You stupid horse!
So stop your horse right now.
Yeah,
Now right-click on Offrith.
That's what I had done, but it kept going around in circles trying to be able to get to him. Thank you for speaking with the other merchants and for listening to their concerns. I believe that will be easier to sell goods to travelers in need when they know they are getting a fair bargain.
Will you aid the
There is a serious matter that I would care to discuss with you. As you may be aware, several Uruks have been encountered to the southeast across the river. Their existence has been a dangerous strain for our merchant camp and for the people of the Elthengels. These Uruks seem coordinated under some unknown leadership, yet I know not the purpose of their presence here. The captain of the camp guards has been carefully tracking the maneuvers of this force. I would ask you to speak with him and consider whether a solution to their harassment is possible. I'm really not a huge fan of war steeds.
Offrith had a second quest.
Oh. I consider Offrith wise for his concern. We have tracked the organized Urukai force for a significant length of time. It seems to have broken off from the much larger army that passed east over the plains not long ago. Why these few have returned with haste I cannot say, but they pose a threat to the people of Elthengels while they remain. I must remain behind to protect the merchant camp. Therefore, I shall entrust this task to you. We've scouted a fortified wall topped with white hand banners to the southeast. The leader of the Uruks is sure to dwell within. He must be dealt with before his plans can be carried out. Is this the group that carried away Merry and Pippin?
Very likely.
One of the merchants in our camp has been missing for some time now. Dagarm is his name, and I have grown concerned that something may have happened to him. Dagarm frequently speaks with Guthliod when he is in camp. Perhaps Guthliod may know where he has gone to. There you are.
What business
You
have
gave those orcs just what they deserved. Well done. This should make things much easier on those who take the road from the east to our camp. Dagar mentioned that he was heading southeast beyond the river to look for some needed supplies. He surely should have returned by now. I told him to be cautious, as it seems the enemy has been hiding all around us. Dagar may have been caught off guard. If you go looking for him, do not make the same mistake. Okay. No, lead kindly light.
I'm giving my horse a new outfit.
You got a new outfit?
You did too.
I did?
Yeah, the quest we turned into Offrith. He gave us a blanket for our horse.
I don't remember seeing said blanket.
Not in your inventory. It's in your horse's appearance tab.
Oh, okay. Where?
Under the body section.
Ah. Cool.
You gonna make your horse look all snazzy?
Sure. Why not? May as well. 'Cause I can. Alright. Oh, did it not stick?
You have to hit apply.
Ow. Poop. Okay. Oh, well, at least it's all still there. There we go. Okay.
Aw, look at your horsey. He's so cute. Jedi Squirrel.
What?
That's one of the dudes talking in chat.
Well, okay then.
It's a pretty good name.
Yeah. We're heading back to... Aren't we supposed to go looking for the merchant?
Yeah, he's over here too.
Oh. Oh, this is...
This is not Elthengels.
Okay, it looked like Elthengels as we were approaching. Also, I'm going to need a merchant before too long. Since we didn't swing by Bree. They really need more places than just Bree to give out that.
It is in more places than just Bree.
Just places we haven't gotten to yet.
Well, and also like Michael Delving and Thorin's Hall and
Alright, I need to kill 10 Urukai.
Yep. Don't suppose you mind.
Nope.
See, look, there's our merchant.
Where? Oh. Thank you, stranger. I will make for the merchant camp with haste. Let us speak there. And they're just apparently going to let you run right out of the camp.
Yep. Or would you prefer to escort him as he cries?
Yeah, no, that one chick. That one chick where you ended up getting stream sniped to be able to just get her back. Because it was just, she was just so difficult. Just stopped every 3 feet and cried. Okay, that's all the Uruks I needed. We need to find the leader still though, right?
Yeah. We just gotta go deeper into the camp.
I can live with deeper into the camp.
We're just kind of rocking these guys.
Just a bit.
We're just too strong.
We are a little, you know, over-leveled for the area.
Maybe a touch.
He smelled elf flesh.
We picked up his trail. Oh, you brought somebody up with you.
Apparently.
Alright, I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Whee.
Oh boy.
Fastest way out of camp.
Why do I keep following you for these things?
Because it's the fastest way out of camp. Oh, it wasn't that bad.
I'm capped at 8.4 speed. How are you already back to normal?
You're back to normal too.
Oh. Okay then. I thought it would just keep running. Like, keep going up. So every time I look at the little, like, horse icon for, like, the unspent trait points, it looks like a tooth to me.
I can see where you're getting that.
And, like, I have to actively remind myself, no, that's a horse head. I've got a rune that I need to be level 85 for?
A runestone?
Yeah.
Well, considering that you're never gonna like use a non-legendary runestone again.
No, but to go for that... Well, also, how do I access that legacy thing for the runestone experience? Without a strong leader to guide them, the Urukai force will be unable to execute an offensive against us for some time. I find myself indebted to you once again. Thank you, dear Vantu, for granting us this modest protection.
The Rohirrim have need of your service.
During your time away from camp, all could hear the sounds of destruction carrying from the west, and this put the guards on alert. It is known that the orcs burned and pillaged much of the land as their armies marched westward. Yet not since we heard the roar of carnage so close. We know not who may still dwell on the remaining homes and farms west of the road, but they are certainly in grave danger once more. I believe that a worthy runekeeper such as yourself ought to lend aid to any there in need. My captors told me that their leader, Malhar, would have plans for me. I wager that I only live now because your arrival preceded his. My thanks to you. You are the bravest elf I have ever known. Of this I am certain. I mean, how many elves have you known?
Not many,
It's
probably.
entirely likely I'm the only one. You've done well. Each Uruk you defeat means less danger for the merchants and inhabitants of Elthengels. Their kind would do well to stay clear of the lands of the Orlingas. Where is a merchant in this merchant camp?
It would be a green flag above his head.
It is
Provisioner.
wise for wanderers to equip themselves well.
Okay, there we go.
Well, now you gotta give me a second.
Your horse keeps walking.
I see your horse walking in.
Really? Because I'm not even talking to the guy. Okay. What is it? Oh, did I just put a whole bunch? Gosh dang it. Did I put all those points into agility? Yes, I
Agility
did.
does good things for you too.
I know, but I wanted the... Dang it. I wanted the power regen. Well, at least I only have one more point that I need to put in. No, I don't need the goat. One more point into strength and I've got it maxed out. Oh, I have been awarded a title. Known to the Norcrofts.
Yep.
Because I am an acquaintance. Hooray!
You should be so proud.
Oh, I am proud. My life is completely fulfilled now.
You'll never know greater happiness.
Well, as long as you say so.
What brings you to
Who
these
approaches? You are unfamiliar to me, Elf, but please, you must help me. Oh, what strength can you offer? A lot, actually.
Our success depends upon
My
our
name is
strength.
Sinswith. I live further to the west with my son. The vile orcs, they came upon us as we slept. We ran east towards Elthengels, but while the orcs pursued us with haste, when we reached this estate, I convinced my son to play a hiding game with me, and we hid within the basement. I managed to lure... and he hid within the basement. I managed to lure many of the orcs away, but was struck with an arrow and was forced to hide. The orcs must know that my son is inside this home. They have gone to search for him and have locked the basement doors. You must find the key and rescue him. I noticed the fattest of the orc fiends carrying the key, and we cannot enter without it. The front door may still be open, but be prepared for a fight if you use it. Hurry, I fear that the orcs will find my boy soon. Okay.
You're down for a fight.
Especially against a fat orc.
Well, I mean, you'd kill even the skinny ones.
Oh, I'll just kill any orc. Because I'm a dangerous sociopath with a long history of violence.
Found the basement key. Oh, look, a
Wait,
skinned
there's
bear.
another orc. Aye, that looks to be the key. I hear the orcs searching for my son, Sager, within the basement. I cannot move enough to be of help to you. You must enter without me. Be most careful, and please prevent them from harming my boy.
Brings you to these lands.
You're not my real mom. You can't tell me what to do.
So you want them to harm the boy?
I didn't say that. I just said he can't tell me what to do. For he's not my real mom. He wasn't exactly hiding very well.
They just hadn't made it that far.
Are they gone now? Was I well hidden? Sometimes Father and I play games like this. He says I'm the very best at hiding. He told me to find a hiding place down here, and then those horrible things came looking for me. I like not the scary game. I'm going back up to see Father. Farewell.
It's a pretty good basement.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so relieved that Sagar is safe. It is encouraging to think that his ability to remain calm and stay unseen is in part due to the games of hiding we've played together. Thank you for returning my son. He means the world to me. I am most fortunate to have met someone so courageous.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I have no quests being tracked?
No, I think we're mostly out of quests in this area. We need to go for the epic quest probably next, because
Okay.
his next quest is a repeatable.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Well, I mean, we would get experience for doing it once, wouldn't he? Whatever, we can keep going.
All right, so we're gonna track the epic.
Oh, there's a warband not too... Oh, Skatog, we already did that one.
Yeah, and you'd only get credit for those once a day.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to go to Cliving.
So it are. So it indeedly are.
It's a rather large town.
Well, how in depth do we want to get to this? Because I mean, we do probably need to start getting ready for the church thing here.
I mean, if you just want to get there and talk to the quest giver, then that would probably be good for today.
Yeah, that probably would be really all we have time for.
But look how large this town is.
There's another group over here, Bob or whatever. You know, let's go do this warband.
Oh yeah, let's go kill the
Hamub.
Hamub.
Solo.
Well, wait for me to get there. All right, I've accepted the quest.
Okay.
Oop, I just got dismounted.
Ruh-roh. Why would you do that?
Stay on your horse.
Can you not mount your horse?
Yeah, I can.
Dahamum's defeat has reduced the danger of the people of the Norcross and to all who visit the farms of Cliving. Cool. What? I don't have enough room to do that?
Is your bag full?
I mean, I have 3 spots open.
Your bag's very full.
I need more bag space in this game.
We're just hold on to fewer things.
My vault is pretty full too. Cliving is the most impressive sight. Now to find Riva Athenweld. Oh wow, yeah, no, it is big here. I'm getting off my war steed for this place. It seems like it would be difficult to navigate on a war steed.
What?
Ooh, stable master. I weep for the peoples of the Norcrofts. You have seen the dangers outside the walls of Cliving, and you have seen the deaths that linger at our gates. Yet the nobles living here are ignorant to these concerns and continue on with petty squabbles and bickering. There is no greater waste of time and effort than these fools. I have tried to make them understand, but they refuse to listen to any authority save the Reeve himself. Perhaps they would listen to an outsider who speaks with reason. Help resolve their disputes so that we may focus on the necessary preparations for the coming war. Greetings, I do not recognize you. You are not from the Norcrofts, meaning that you are not the culprit, and that you would be a perfect choice to help me. My name is Walnoth. I am a simple rider in service to Reeve Athelwald's Eord. Of late, we have discovered evidence of an attempted murder against the Reeve by way of poison. Athelwald himself has put me in charge of the investigation, and I must uncover the culprit. There are few who would admire me for my intelligence or wisdom, but Athelwald saw potential in me, and I do not want to disappoint him. Will you please help me? Where is someone I can sell stuff to?
The other end of town.
Like the way we just came?
No, we came up in the middle of town, and we're going off to this end of it. If we went the other direction and went to the other end of it, then there would be merchants.
This sounds like a very big town.
It is a big town. Look how big his mead hall is.
Very. It needs 2 fire pits. Welcome to Cliving, friends from afar. I am Athelward, Reeve of the Norcrofts and the Thane of Cliving. My house and hospitality is yours while you stay. Athelward listens as you relate the reason for your visit, and a cloud crosses his face. Oh, Mildreth, what happened to her should not have happened to any lady of Rohan, losing first her husband and then her son. I should have been more understanding the boy's youthful boldness, but he called my honor into question. The sword trial is the customary means of resolving such disputes. I did not know his wound would fester in such a way. I would have it back if I could. Taking young Siflad was, as my ward, seemed the kindest thing to do, but I can understand a mother's grief may make it seem otherwise. I will answer any questions for you, and you are, of course, free to see Siflad, if it is not too much trouble. Could I ask you to help Kuthred, the captain of my guard, with his duties after you've spoken with Siflad? Do we get to kill him?
He's your eternal best friend.
But does that mean I still get to kill him?
Is that your dream for all your eternal best friends?
I'm not going to answer that question, but does that mean I still get to kill him?
You'll just have to keep playing one day. Look at his great water features.
One day, we play every Saturday.
Yeah, and on one of those, you'll find out.
I'm like... Okay, there we go. I was like T-pose... or not quite T-posing, but just standing inside my goat.
And why would you do that?
I don't know. I will help you in any way I can with your investigation. These circumstances are most unsettling. I found a strange file tucked behind the turnips in the back pantry. Upon further examination, we discovered that the liquid inside the file was highly poisonous. We believe that someone intended to secretly poison Reeve Athelward's food with the venom. Thankfully, none of that have eaten my cooking have reported illness. I encourage you to inspect the file for yourself.
Yep, I'd say that's poison. What do you think?
It could be, but it might also not be. It could just be drugs. And drugs are bad, Pac-Man. If you understood that reference, I would actually have a lot of questions as to how. The nerve of that fool Trumacell. I paid for 2 candlesticks made of silver to be made, and Trumacell, the silversmith, promised they would be delivered to me days ago. I have no patience for excuses. I paid him well, and I expect him to keep his promises. Inform Trumacell that if I do not receive my candlesticks, or repayment, whichever he chooses, I will have him thrown into the dungeon for taking my coin and giving nothing in return. Dude, there's a war on.
There is no war in Clive.
Okay, I need to find a merchant. We are blessed that none who have eaten from the kitchen have shown signs of illness, so I must resolve this treachery before another attempt is made on Reeve Athelwald, or before word spreads among his people. Who would want to cause him, such harm to harm
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
to such a noble ruler? I do not know what to make of this poison, Vontu. I am no expert on such things, but I have never seen another like it. Fortunately, a wise man of potions and medicine, Malbeor, resides here in Cliving, who may be able to aid us. Seek out Malbeor and ask his counsel on the matter.
Oh, you should bind your mouse down here.
Probably a good call. Okay, it is bound.
Vault the fence.
Oh, I did.
Time
I understand that Ordwixer is angry about not receiving his candlesticks, but I simply cannot make them without the proper moldings. I was expecting a set of moldings sent from Edoras, but have received no shipments for many days. Please speak to the quartermaster and see if he knows when my shipment of moldings from Edoras might arrive. Yay, okay, good. Someone that I can sell stuff to. Okay, now what did I get here? Oof. 35 marks, 3 medallions, 5 Riddermark hides, 3 Rohirric Ethos essences. Hooray?
Hooray!
These medallions. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, let's
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
sell this other crap then. Okay. Do you want to just... Should we just call it here, or do we want to kind of wrap up stuff inside Cliving, the small stuff, and then...
Up to you.
Let's wrap up the small stuff, and then we can call it for today. Weren't we supposed to come in here?
Yep.
Oh. Malbeor lies wounded on the floor, unmoving.
Dun dun dun. The plot's thickening.
The plot coagulates.
That would be the blood on the floor.
The plot congeals.
That would also be the blood on the floor.
It's applicable.
It is. Because there's blood on the floor.
You vex me, woman.
That's my job.
Greetings, my name is Eisenyd. My home is here in Cliving, but many of the people who now occupy our city are wayward farmers who have been forced from their homes and have taken refuge within the city walls. I have asked my neighbors to donate food and shelter to those who have fled and left behind their belongings. Many have given to the cause, but Giselman is ignoring my pleas. She plans to host a large feast in honor of Reeve Athelward, an action she hopes will increase her own renown, as she values her opinion and others above all else. There are people in dire need of rations, and she intends to foolishly host banquets for the wealthy. Giselman refuses to listen to me. She believes that I am jealous of her high esteem and considers my request as a tactic to undermine her affairs. Perhaps you might sway her decision. Suggest to her that the nobles would view a banquet to be distasteful, and that a charitable donation would be viewed far more favorably among her peers. Oh, rich people, man.
I saw you coming to Cliving from afar, and I wondered what your story might be.
I saw you coming to Cliving from afar, and I wondered what your story might be, and now you have to come to tell me. How wonderful. You tell Sifled that you have come from her mother in Elthengels, and that Mildrith worries about her. Oh, my poor mother, I miss her. Some days I miss her terribly, but knowing that she is still at home eases that ache somewhat. Worse are the days when I miss my father and my brother, for they are never coming home. But I am as happy at Cliving as I can be. The Reeve is kind to me, if distant. I think he blames himself for all the grief my family has endured and wants to make amends for it. I am treated well. Look at the view from the walls. There is just so much more going on here than in Elthengels. Yes, I'm happy here. I hope my mother is not upset by that, but it is the truth. But tell her I miss her. I still don't trust him.
Why are you filled with mistrust?
I feel as though it should be. I don't trust people on general principle. You know this.
Especially NPCs.
Yeah, but I'm talking like just people.
But these are NPCs.
Yeah, so they're even less likely to be trusted.
Hence the especially NPCs.
You were sent seeking answers, and you returned with a dagger. You described well enough the scene that you encountered within Malbeor's home. This must be the result of murder. No, really. It means that we are on the correct trail, but losing Malbaor does not bode well for us. He could have been the key to understanding this poison, and now he lies dead. Thank you for your help with thus far, Vontu. I must ponder the other avenues for us to consider. I would like you to acquire more information from the cook who found the file. The kitchen pantry should have been restricted from most townfolk, and anyone suspicious entering would have been noticed. Ask if anyone who has been within the kitchen of late should be investigated further. I am familiar with the type of dagger discovered at Malbaor's home. It is a common tool among the Aord of riders here in Cliving. I suggest you head to the training area near the mead hall and question Captain Theodmar about which of his men might be without their daggers. Malbaor's neighbor, Ondisel, spends a great deal of time watching people come and go along the roads. Perhaps she may have seen the people who entered into Malbaor's home before he was attacked. Visit her outside her home and inquire as to who or what she may have seen.
You're investigating a murder. Who do you think it was?
I blame Obama. But also it could be Man Bear Pig. The kitchen is restricted for most commoners. On occasion, Ethelward's advisors or the riders are invited in to have a meal prepared or to borrow some ingredients. No one has entered that would arouse suspicion. But then again, I cannot imagine anyone who would want to harm the reeve. The only people normally in the kitchen are Eldora and myself. Eldora is a young girl who helps me with cleaning in the kitchen, yet she has been acting strangely of late, sometimes leaving the kitchen without notice. I am not quite sure what to make of her behavior. She's taken a lover.
This certainly looks like a lot more than just Eldora living in here.
Well, I don't know if these are the actual kitchens.
But these are the kitchens.
Oh, but they're not actually in the mead hall. I figured they would have been in the mead hall.
Nah. It used to be you kept kitchens outside of any houses because if it could burn down.
The Reeve sent you to help me with our problems. Good, we can refuse no offers of help. Cliving has been less affected than some other towns in this riding, but still there are orcs about, and we need to deal with them if we are to keep our people safe. An important part of the guard duty my men undertake consists of riding the bounds of Cliving, looking for threats lurking... What the frick was that?
Our horse is horsed.
Oh, I didn't see the animation. Looking for threats lurking too near the city. If you have a war steed and the skill to ride it, I would encourage you to help us with this duty, Vontu. Ride east of Cliving until you see the marker that delineates the bounds, and then turn to the south. Continue this process, turning to your right at each marker until you have described a great loop around the city. Defeat any mounted enemies you encounter on the circuit, Vontu. You will be doing the people of Cliving a great service. I know, but I want to keep investigating this murder.
Are you intrigued?
I am intrigued. I want to know who the lover of this new girl who's skipping out on the kitchens is. For I am convinced she has taken a lover. Am I wrong?
I don't remember.
What brings you to these lands?
One of the men in my command, Swithorn, reported that his dagger had gone missing, but not but a few hours ago. I have been rather lenient with Swithorn about the matter, for his mind is clouded with grief. His elder brother was slain by orcs just outside of Elthengels when Athelward gave orders that we abandon the defenses there in order to protect Cliving. Swithorn is a good man. I hope he does not harbor ill feelings towards the reeve or his fellow riders.
Ooh, quartermaster.
Weren't we supposed to talk with this guy?
These lands
Oh, these are just
travel
barter vendors.
Ah, okay.
wise for wanderers to equip themselves.
Reputation vendors. There I go.
I see. All right.
But we have to go talk to the nosy neighbor now.
Okay. I love my Christmas goat.
It's such a good goat.
I love Jingles.
Jingles the moon monkey?
No. That's Jangles the moon monkey. This is Jingles the Christmas goat. Or Jingle the Christmas goat. Okay, every time I see Walnath, I keep thinking Womack. Oh. Yeah, we still have to go. Where'd you go?
I got stuck on the fence.
I don't see your dot. Oh, there you are. Okay. I don't see your dot on the minimap.
It disappears sometimes.
Apparently.
Our mission is
You must be new to town. Welcome. You want to know what has been, who's been seeing Malbaor? Well, he offers treatment and advice to so many, from small children and pets to the Reeve himself. I myself have not seen him since early afternoon yesterday. Prior to that, a few people visited him. A young girl who works in the kitchens, one of Theodmar's riders, and that old fool, Wigfugul. Wigfugul in particular seemed very troubled and has been visiting almost daily. That seems to be all I can recall. I hope it was of some help to you.
Ooh.
The plot congeals.
You need to come up with a new word now.
The plot coficulates.
Is that a word?
Nope. I don't know. It might be. I just might have made it up. I'm gonna use it now, though.
What business have
As I thought, most citizens of Cliving would have a difficult time sneaking into the kitchen unnoticed. This kitchen servant, Eldora, seems rather suspicious. I will keep her in mind as a potential suspect, or at the very least, she may have witnessed something that could be helpful to us. Good work. Evidence indicates that the dagger belonged to Swithorn, and I'm not well acquainted with the man, but I do not like what we have learned thus far. Do you suspect that he harbors a grudge against the Reeve for the fate of his brother? Perhaps we need to learn more before rushing to judgment.
what business have you with the
Ondescal discussed several people who saw Malbaor before he passed, but this Wigfugul in particular struck her as most unusual. I wonder what old Wigfugul discussed with Malbaor before he met his end.
Rohirrim have any
I believe we're getting ever closer to solving this mystery, Vontu. There are three primary suspects that we must consider: the soldier Swithorn, the cook's assistant Eldora, and the old man Wigfugul. Each was seen visiting Malbaor and may have killed him to cover their attempted poisoning against Reeve Athaward. You have been paramount to our progress in this investigation thus far. Interrogating these individuals will prove to be crucial to discovering the truth, so I must leave this task to you. Swithorn should be among the Rohirrim near the mead hall. Wigfugul resides at an estate to the northwest, and Eldora's home can be found near the west entrance to Cliving. Question each of them carefully and return to me with their responses. I'm calling it. Eldora has taken Wigfugul as a lover, and Swithorn is jealous, and thought that by poisoning the Thane, or Ardenwald, or whatever,
Athelward.
whatever, you're grounded. He would somehow impress her. Kind of like how, what's-his-face shot Ronald Reagan to impress that one celebrity girl whose name I'm forgetting.
So the young lady took an old man for a lover, and the young, attractive soldier is jealous?
Yes.
what brings you to these
Captain Theodmar told me of circumstances involving Malbaor and my dagger. I understand your reason to suspect me, but I can assure you that I had nothing to do with his murder. My weapon was likely taken from me in order to draw suspicion towards me and away from the real killer. On the night that Malbaor's life was taken, I was patrolling the city perimeter with other guards. Had I left to visit his home, my absence would have been very strongly noticed. I have been grieving the loss of my brother, yet, as I have explained to Theodmar, I do not blame the Reeve for his death. I respect Athelward greatly, and I understand his decision must have been a difficult one. I am an honorable man, and these despicable crimes are below me. Exactly what a man who poisoned Athelward to gain the affection of a young woman who'd taken an old man as a lover would say. What? What?
You're just making me chuckle.
I feel as though I'm being judged.
No judging.
You're totally judging.
No, I'm just having fun solving a murder mystery with you.
You're totally judging.
You're kind of reminding me of, like, Sokka from that one episode of Avatar.
What, the one where he's got, like, the magnifying glass on, like, hinges?
And this hat.
That's true, it is also on a hat. You suspect me of these rumored crimes? How shameful. Know that I am a respected elder in this community. I was visiting Malbaor for treatment to the terrible nightmares I began having shortly after my son and his family lost their lives. His croft was raided and burned in the first orc assaults, and still Athelward has refused to defend those helpless families outside the city walls. It is true I harbor no love for the Reeve after such a heartless decision, yet I would not resort to poison him. Consider for a moment how a citizen such as myself would have access to the Reeve's kitchen. Surely someone would have noticed my unexpected presence there. Unless Eldora lets you in. Because she loves you. I'm onto your game, you old rogue. Or maybe there's a fourth person we don't know about.
Our mission is
May I help you? I'm busy with preparations for an important banquet. You attempt to convince Gisselman that giving to charity will increase her popularity among the nobles more so than her feast. Well, I had not considered this. Oh dear, you are quite right. When others speak of me, they should be commenting on my kindness and generosity. Time is short. Will you help me please speak to the butcher, cheesemaker, and baker of Cliving? Ask them to give much of the food intended for the banquet to Eisenneed's collection instead.
Later, lady. We have a murder to solve.
Priorities. What's over here? Oh, this is... What's her face? See, she's even got a curtain up.
She's got a man in her bed, too.
Oh. I know that you are investigating the poison found in the kitchen and yet the murder of Melbourne. Yes, I have heard the rumors. I must explain my actions so that you understand why I'm innocent in these matters. I have been taking care of the injured man you see before us, Freystan. He was wounded in battle and is greatly impaired. I care greatly for Freystan, though he knows it not, and I have been overseeing his aid through medicinal herbs that Melbourne has provided for us. I have been here frequently tending to him, thus my absence from the kitchen. It is true that no one can account for my whereabouts when the crimes were committed, but know that I have no more reason to harm Athelward than anyone else in town. Furthermore, Melbourne was helping me to treat Freystan. I would never have wished harm to come upon him. She's taken this sick guy as a lover as well. It's a triangle. It's a quadrangle.
I was about to say, that would be a square or a rectangle. Or a trapezoid.
Quadrangle sounds so much spiffier. Don't judge me.
A triangle with one extra corner.
Quintangle.
That would be 5.
It would. Yes, it's a love quintangle.
Well, who's the 5th person?
Well, apparently, Thane Ardenweald or whatever.
That's his name from now on, huh?
It's so close, I can't not think of it. The finest cheese in all the Norcroft's for sale here. May I help you? You explain that Gisselman wishes to donate a portion of this food to charity. Gisselman has had a change of heart. What a kind woman. I will be sure to send a portion of fine cheeses to be donated on her behalf. You know what we should do? We need to go out to Caputo's at some point again.
We should.
And get those cheeses, because those cheeses are really good. Well, we're right here. More orders from Gisselman. You inform the butcher that Gisselman would like to donate a portion of her original purchase to the refugees. If she wishes to be charitable, I would be glad for her. It will set aside a nice lot of fresh meat to be collected for that poor lot of farmers. Welcome. Have you come for something fresh? I have a lot of good things for sale, stranger. Oh, you are here about Gisselman's order. Yes, I'm working hastily on assembling everything. You explain that Gisselman has asked for a portion of her order to be sent as charity to the poor. That is quite noble of her. I will have it done right away.
We're solving a murder here.
We could gain another, like, 40 levels and the murder would still be unsolved.
No, look how important we are.
Each suspect has given a different reason for why he or she should be absolved. Swithorn claims to have witnesses for when Melbior was slain. Eldora seems to be lacking a motive to harm either victim, and Wigfagel would like us to consider the lack of access to the restricted kitchen. The time draws near. Consider each testimony and all the evidence discovered. Action must be taken before others come to harm. We must apprehend a guilty party. Oh, we have to choose?
We have to choose.
Only one suspect can be apprehended for these crimes. Accepting completed this quest will not allow you to apprehend Eldora or Swithorn. Who do you think it is?
Who do you think it is?
I suspect Wigfagel.
I do as well.
Okay, then we will suspect Wigfagel. So you believe it is Wigfagel to be the... Well, I want to read these other two, though.
The Rohirrim will need your aid. The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Ooh, this is interesting, though. So you believe Swithorn to be the culprit. There is good reason to suspect him. Being one of Theodmar's riders, he would have had access to the kitchen without arousing suspicion. His brother's death can be directly attributed to Athelward's orders to withdraw from Elthengels, and perhaps this motive has fueled his attempt to poison the Reeve. If he had access to the kitchens.
I've already selected Wigfagel.
Oh.
Select who you want, though.
Probably Wigfagel. So you believe Eldora to be the culprit. It is a shame to think that such a sweet girl could be responsible, but I understand your concerns. There were no witnesses to her whereabouts at the time of Malbear's murder, and she had direct access to the kitchen where the poison phial was discovered. So you believe Wigfagul to be the culprit? Yes, it cannot be understated that his grudge against Athelward gives him the strongest motive. Living alone at his estate, he has no witnesses for his whereabouts during these crimes. It takes little imagination to see how Wigfagul was the one responsible for this atrocity. Alright, and then we really need to probably wrap this up as soon as we're done with this. Meat Hall Dungeon, okay. What a dank and dreary place for what should be a... Wait. What does Wigfagul have to say? I am ashamed to be so disrespected by a simpleton guard and his outsider lackey. I understand that you are only completing the task that has been asked of you, but I wager that you will discover that the true villain remains free. Keep your wits about you if you remain in the city. If disapproving of the Reeves' actions is my only crime, you will find that there are others who deserve to be locked up with me. A likely story. Wigfagul protested when I came for him, but eventually he relented and came along willingly. We will hold him here as we gather more evidence to prevent him from causing further harm. Thinking on it now, I believe that this was the best decision, Vontu. Wigfagul's disdain for the Reeve led him to the scheme of deception and murder. Athelward's life will be safer with Wigfagul locked away.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
But did we really get the right person? You have been a tremendous help, both to me and to the people of Cliving. We all owe a debt of gratitude for your fine service. Reeve Athelward has sent word that he would personally like to thank you for your assistance in these matters. Go with haste. The Reeve's time is precious, and it is rare for him to pay heed to visitors of your stature. But did we get the right person?
Did we?
It could have been that she was poisoning that Aor love or whatever that was poisoning the soldier.
Ooh, she's a Black Widow. She takes a lover and she kills them.
Or she was testing it, seeing how effective the poison would be. This has been used too recently. What? It's... What? It's not letting me in. There we go.
Thank you for your help.
Bantu, you must be the wise elf I have heard so much about. I simply must thank you. I could not be more pleased with the results of the investigation. To think that a coward would threaten my life with poisons rather than face me with their grievances in person, it sickens me. We must put these matters behind us, for further turmoil yet lies ahead of me, for me and my people. Receive this reward and please consider helping us further.
I need your help.
You have already proven yourself capable of managing important and challenging tasks. So it is with confidence that I entrust you with an errand of utmost significance. My primary thought is always to keep safe the people of the Norcrofts, yet I simply have not the riders at my disposal to scour each corner and crevice of my land for the threat of these invading armies. I have given orders for my people to retreat into Cliving or to flee south to Edoras. Those within the city walls will be protected. Many of the Crofters have either not received the call for evacuation or failed to realize the seriousness of the matter. Please ride to them now and make certain that they understand the dangers of remaining at their crofts.
He's got like 2 more quests.
Oh, really? We must give warning to travelers that the Norcrofts is no longer safe. I have asked for warning marks to be created that they may be used to direct visitors west towards Edoras. I would ask that you display these warnings on posts along the road so as to keep others from wandering into dangerous territory. Ride along the road south and east of Cliving and display the warning markers upon any posts you encounter.
I need your help.
My riders have spoken with me about a section of the Norcrofts between Cliving and Elthengels that have been branded the Red Fields for the blood-stained grasses that have become an all-too-common sight there. These plains are so dangerous due to the ever-present threat of mounted orc archers. Even the most seasoned rider can be struck with an unlucky or unexpected arrow and become mortally wounded. Clearly as many of the mounted orc archers from this land as you can see. Clear as many of the mounted orc archers from this land as you can see, and I will ensure that you are rewarded for your endeavors.
Oh, you want to go sleep here?
Yep, probably our best option because we've got to get going. So, well, thank you everyone for sticking around on the stream, for being with us here today. We will catch you all at our regular time next Saturday. But until then, I'm Vanlin.
I'm Yummy Elf.
And this is Cow Elf Gaming. We'll catch you in the next one.